You're watching this video because you're looking for ways to make money that are legal and also not contradictory to your values. Whether you're trying to use this as a side income or you're looking for something full-time, the tips in this video will help you greatly in figuring out strategies to make more money as a Christian. So for this video, you have to watch till the end because the very last point I will make ties all three ways to make money together. So the first way to make money as a Christian is to, number one, tap into your inner passions. God is proactive, He's not reactive. So before you came to this earth, God knew that you were going to need a means of income. He knew that you would need money to come in so that you can do things that you want to do and go places you want to go and just have financial freedom. And so God, being the very amazing dad that He is, has proactively put something in you to be able to make that money without struggling. And one of the ways to discover what that thing is that God has put in you is to figure out what you love. Every single person has this, whether they're believers or unbelievers. Everyone has proclivities, things that they gear more towards. For some people, they love tech. For some people, they love reading and writing, like myself. For some people, they love teaching, like myself. For some people, they love fixing things, and so on and so forth. Everyone is different, and everyone has that thing that drives them, that they love so much that they can actually do that thing for free and actually never get tired of doing it. That is a huge pointer to something that you can monetize, and monetize with ease. If you have searched deeply and you're like, this thing that is a passion of mine, I cannot really monetize it, no problem. The second way you can make money as a Christian is to figure out your proficiencies. Oh my gosh, this is a big one. What are those things that you have learned? Skills, things that you have picked up, whether through formal or informal education, as you've navigated through life. There is something that you've learned on YouTube, or there's something that you learned in school, or there's something that you learned from buying a course. Whatever that thing is that you have learned, that is a huge money-making machine that you are probably overlooking. So for example, with me, I studied law in my first degree, and that was formal education. So if I were looking for a way to make money, for example, that is always an option. That is something I can go to. If I'm looking towards like informal education, I have taken courses on social media marketing. I've learned about coaching through certified counseling courses that I've taken online and YouTube videos that I've watched, and also through my formal education, because currently I'm doing my master's in business administration. So all of that combined has opened a stream of income for me aside law that I could monetize. Hey guys, Future Benny here to let you know that I have a free resource that you can download in the pinned comments below that will basically walk you through everything I shared in this video and more. You can download it and use it on your journey to making that money, and I wish you good luck on your journey. I'm rooting for you. Number 3, and this is a big one that a lot of people overlook: experience. This is so important. A lot of people go through life, they have good and bad experiences, things that they've overcome, and they're just like, man, moving on. That is a money-making machine right there. A huge one that you are overlooking, and you're saying you're broke. Guys, your experiences can be monetized. Let me explain. So I'm a business coach, and what I specialize in is I help other coaches figure out what their strengths are, what they can monetize, and open a whole new stream of income for them in a way that is easy and sustainable. And one of the biggest things you will learn as a coach is that anybody can be a coach. Literally anyone on this earth that has attained some sort of maturity and a bit of experience in one area or the other, you can be a coach. So for example, in exactly 1 year of starting my coaching business, I was able to get my very first client to pay me 6 figures. And the reason I was able to get that client was because I have experienced coaching. I started my coaching business the year before. I had to figure out my niche, know what works, what does not work. I made some mistakes, learned from them, and have now gotten to the point where someone was able to look at those experiences and say, I also want to make money, and this coaching strategy is not a bad idea at all, but I don't want to go through the stress of starting from scratch and making too many mistakes. So guess what? That's where I come in, and my experiences all of a sudden become valuable and monetizable. In the same way, this person that I'm coaching is going to be able to make money. Why? They have an experience in an area that is monetizable. And my job is to help them figure out that area, figure out that experience, and figure out how it can be monetized effectively. The reason this is such an effective strategy is because people don't like stress. People are looking for ways to shorten their learning curve. So if there is a way to pay for something that will save them time, save them energy, and save them mental stress, then they will pay for it. I certainly would. And so because you've had this experience and you've overcome it, you would be able to make another person's journey easier simply because of what life has thrown at you. That's so huge. God put you on this earth knowing that if you wanted to monetize your experiences, you can. If you wanted to monetize your education, you can. If you wanted to monetize your passions, you can. And sometimes all of these three things can actually be one thing. Yes. So dig deep and make that money. However, before we conclude this video, there is one major thing that if you do not put this into consideration in all of these three things that I've said, then you might struggle to make money from them. And what is that thing? Solving people's problems. Guys, if you have a passion, for example, and that passion does not solve anybody's problem, you cannot monetize it. So what I mean by that is, if for example, your passion is building Legos, because that doesn't necessarily solve someone else's problem, that may not be something that you would be able to monetize or monetize easily at the very least. So your passion has to be tied to a problem that somebody would be willing to pay for. If you're proficient in something or have learned something or have formal or informal education in something, and that thing that you have learned does not necessarily solve people's problems, do you see how you might struggle to make money? Exactly. So when you're picking things to learn, when you're going on YouTube and you're learning things, when you're picking a course to learn in school, when you're thinking of what to study in university, make sure that these are things that can directly solve a problem that people will be willing to pay for. And finally, your experience. If your experience does not solve someone else's problem, then it will be difficult for you to monetize it. When you're digging into those experiences that you've had, that you want to monetize, they have to be experiences that can solve a problem that someone will be willing to pay for. So if your experience, for example, is that you used to struggle with an addiction, you can actually now take it a step further and get maybe formal education on that, and you'll be able to monetize that experience and then that proficiency. Do you see how they're all tied together? Exactly. So yeah, what makes your passion, your proficiency, and your experience monetizable is the problems that they can solve that people would be willing to pay for. If you got any value from this video, kindly give this video a like and subscribe if you've not yet subscribed. You can also check out this video right here. See you there.